In a little pond surrounded by trees lived a young turtle. She was an ambitious turtle. Her name was Tilla, and she dreamed of seeing the world. She wanted to see the majestic mountains, the beautiful meadows, and the shining stars. But Tilla was slow, and the pond was her only home. She had a feeling deep inside her that told her she could do it. One night, after sunset, when the moon hung like a silver coin in the sky, Tilla saw something strange floating on the surface of the pond. It was a map. The map showed a winding path that led to a place called the Hill of Dreams. "Hello," said the otter. "Hi," replied Tilla. "Are you going to cross the river?" "Yes," said the otter. "Let me help you. Hop on my back." Tilla thanked the otter and held on tight. As they swam, Tilla noticed a bird sitting on a nearby tree. "Can you help us?" they cried. Tilla and the deer promised they would and started chasing the fox. Tilla felt very happy. Finally, they had reached their destination. But as they approached the hill, Tilla noticed a sign that read, "Only those who are brave, kind and determined can climb the Hill of Dreams." It didn't say only the fastest, the strongest, or the smartest can climb the Hill of Dreams. All around her were animals who had learned these important lessons just like she had. Also, subscribe to our channel to watch more videos like this. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Tilla knew that from that day forward, she would always be a Hill of Dreams turtle. This is the story of Tilla, the Hill of Dreams turtle. It said only those who are brave, kind and determined can climb the Hill of Dreams. Tilla realized that her journey had taught her these 3 important life lessons. Being brave meant facing your fears and not letting them control you. Being kind meant helping others in need. And being determined meant never giving up on your dreams. Tilla, the deer, and the fox looked at each other. They had faced many dangers on their journey, but none of them had ever climbed a hill before. "How are we supposed to do it?" asked Tilla. "I think we should help each other," said the deer. And so they did. The deer encouraged Tilla. Tilla helped the fox, and the fox kept an eye out for danger. Soon, they reached the top of the hill. The fox ran and ran until he tripped over a tree root. "I'm trapped," he cried. "Help me." There were all kinds of animals on top of the hill. Some were playing, some were talking, and some were just relaxing in the warm sun. Everyone here seemed happy. Then Tilla noticed a little mouse sitting alone on a stone. "Hello," said Tilla. "Hi," replied the mouse. "Are you lost?" "No," said the mouse. "I'm waiting for someone." "Who are you waiting for?" asked Tilla. "My brother," said the mouse. "He's slow and has been gone for a long time. I'm afraid he won't make it." "Don't worry," said Tilla. "Your brother will be here soon." The mouse shook his head. "You don't understand. My brother is so slow, he may never make it." Just then, they heard a familiar voice. "I'm here." The mouse and Tilla turned around and saw the turtle. She was out of breath, but she had made it. "You did it!" shouted the mouse. He ran and jumped on Tilla's shell. "You really are the slowest turtle I know," he said, laughing. Tilla smiled. She had proven to herself that no matter how slow she was, she could still achieve her dreams if she just believed in herself. Tilla and the deer looked at each other. They had 2 options. They could leave the fox trapped and continue on their journey, or they could help him. Tilla knew what she wanted to do. "Don't worry," she said. "We'll help you." Together, they pulled the fox out of the hole. He was very grateful and apologized for trying to hurt the rabbits. "From now on," he said, "I promise to be kind to all animals." Then the fox joined Tilla and the deer on their journey to the Hill of Dreams. "Excuse me," she asked, "but which direction is the Hill of Dreams?" "It's that way," replied the bird, pointing with his beak. "But why are you going so slow?" "I'm sorry," said Tilla, "but I don't want to reach the Hill of Dreams fast. I want to enjoy the journey." The bird shook his head and flew away. According to the map, this was a place where all ambitious animals could find their purpose. Tilla thanked the otter and started walking again. She walked through fields and over hills, and finally, she came to a dark and scary forest. Afraid, Tilla started to walk fast. Suddenly, she heard a loud crash. "Who's there?" she shouted. Out jumped a deer. "Oh, I'm sorry," said Tilla. "I didn't mean to scare you." "It's okay," replied the deer. "Where are you going?" "To the Hill of Dreams," said Tilla. "Me too," said the deer. "Let's go together." Tilla agreed and they started walking side by side. Tilla wanted to go there very much, but the map also warned that the road to the Hill of Dreams was dangerous. "Excuse me," asked Tilla, "which direction is the Hill of Dreams?" "It's straight ahead," replied the owl. "But beware, for there is a hungry fox waiting to catch an early dinner." Tilla and the deer thanked the owl and started walking. Suddenly, Tilla felt something sharp prickle her foot. She stopped to look. It was a thorn. As she tried to remove the thorn, she lost her balance and fell on the ground. The deer rushed to her side. "Are you all right?" he asked. "I'm fine," said Tilla. "It's just a small cut. Nothing serious." The deer helped Tilla to her feet and they continued on their way. One day, Tilla sat on a rock in the middle of the pond and sighed. "Oh, how I wish I could see the world," she said sadly. As she moved along the path, small pebbles and twigs kept falling on her shell. She winced each time it happened, but she kept walking. Soon, she came to a wide river. The water was so deep and the current so strong that Tilla hesitated to jump in. She thought about turning back, but then she remembered why she had set out on this journey. Taking a deep breath, she closed her eyes and jumped. A frog that was sitting on the rock next to her croaked. "Why don't you stop daydreaming and do something realistic? You'll get there eventually." "Grandmother," she said, "I have found a map that shows me the way to the Hill of Dreams. Will you come with me?" "My dear Tilla," said the grandmother, "your safety is my biggest concern. The journey is so dangerous that even I wouldn't dare to go with you." Tilla felt disappointed, but she knew her grandmother was right. This was a journey she would have to take alone. Tilla looked at the frog and replied, "I may be slow, but I will make it. Just you wait and see." The frog just shook his head and jumped into the water. "You'll be too old before you get anywhere," he said. Tilla felt sad, but she knew the frog was wrong. She would make it one day. Early next morning, Tilla went to see her grandmother. Tilla took a deep breath, adjusted her backpack and started out. She walked slowly, but steadily towards the forest. On the other side of the river, Tilla met an otter. Soon, they reached the other side of the river. After a while, they met a wise owl. A little further ahead, they met a family of rabbits. They were scared because a fox was hiding nearby. Soon, they came to a clearing, and in the distance, they could see the majestic Hill of Dreams. Tilla looked around. Then Tilla noticed the sign at the entrance to the Hill of Dreams. Tilla stood tall on top of the Hill of Dreams. If you liked this video, share it with your friends and family.